Welcome in, everybody. Time for another Appitude. It's March Madness. Yes, the March Madness edition. We've got a couple of topics to delve into. I hope everybody is enjoying the tournament as much as I am. Feel free to weigh in on the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Some of the moments you've enjoyed the most, or perhaps something that is driving you crazy. Feel free to chime in. Love to hear it. I love the fact that Princeton got the huge wins, right? I remember Pete Carrill from back in the day when he upset UCLA. That was a mammoth college basketball upset back in the day. Princeton out of the Ivy beating a ranked UCLA team. And it was so great seeing that happen again. And watching Purdue go down. No offense to the Boilers and their fans, but I know a lot of UVA fans, right? And it just takes a ton of pressure off of that program. So they are no longer the only number one ever to lose to a 16. Purdue, welcome to the club, and a little pressure off UVA, if you will, for that. And by the way, that's going to happen more often, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Some issues now facing this tournament and some things I've heard, some backlash, some feedback. So let's get into it. How about officiating? Boy, were some Duke fans upset about the way the Tennessee game went down, right? Lots of Duke fans unhappy with the officiating in that game. SEC power plays bully ball and takes out an ACC team that plays finesse ball, if you will. I'll remind you that it was a good game, but I think this one may have had some other factors other than style of play and type of officiating. I watched that game. I do agree it was officiated more like an SEC or Big Ten game than an ACC game. And there are style differences for sure, but the outcome, I think, had more to do with age and size. Duke managed just 52 points. For Duke, that was a season low. But 4 freshmen on the floor for much of that one. They took a pounding. But moreover, all the freshmen probably weren't physically ready for the physical presence of Tennessee with 4 seasoned, experienced, grown men that were seniors. So that Duke team was more capable of handling the physical style. They would have had to have been older and more experienced than the squad they had. So plenty of talent, but call it bad luck that game was officiated where whistles were basically getting swallowed. That did them no favors, but honestly, they were not prepared in my mind to play that style. So good approach by Tennessee. Bad luck for Duke leads to Blue Devils exiting early. Now, a 16 seed hadn't beaten a 1 seed ever until 2018, right? When UVA went down. Now it's happened twice, and a 2 goes down in the first round as well this year. And then another number 1 goes down in round 2, of course, the round of 32. I'm talking about Purdue getting upset by the 16 Fairleigh Dickinson 63-59 to become the second 16 to beat a 1 following UMBC over UVA in 2018. I'll remind you they were the shortest team in Division I. But not without talent. Parity has come to college basketball in a way that has never before. I don't necessarily feel like it's the bottom teams getting all that much better, but good mid-major teams are now a whole lot better. And the Blue Bloods aren't what they used to be because by and large, they can't stockpile talent anymore. If you aren't playing and you want to play, you can start at a mid-major quickly, right, with the transfer portal. But you don't have to sit on a roster anymore for that long and just wait, okay? The transfer portal makes it an almost automatic. The other issue, of course, is the one and done. And a lot of these big programs like Kentucky, like Duke, and some of the bigger schools, I mean, these guys will leave for the NBA, and you can't obviously blame them for making millions of dollars. So, bottom line is I like it. I like the current system. Now, I'm not sure how the NIL is going to factor into all this, but at least as of right now, the fact that these players have mobility allows for more parity and is making for a better tournament, which ultimately is a better product. And why do I think this is a good thing? It gives more fan bases hope, right? Let's talk about number 9 Arkansas taking down number 1 Kansas. Probably isn't as big an upset as we want to make it out to be, but honestly, it happened in the tournament. If it happened during the regular season, I doubt I'd even talk about it for more than 20 seconds. But parity keeps more and more fan bases engaged longer. The first weekend was certainly must-see TV, averaging more than 9 million viewers. The Arkansas-Kansas game was the second most watched game of the weekend. While some of this has to do with the window they fall in, I would say as a whole, we can draw from this. The public doesn't want all the big programs to win all the time. They want to believe the underdog can win sometimes, and it's happening, as opposed to almost never. It's happening sometimes. Now anything's possible, even if you're a 16 seed or a 15 seed like Princeton over the 2 Arizona. And a 15 can make the round of 16 like Princeton and like St. Peter's last year, reaching the Elite 8. Dare I quote the Shawshank Redemption, right? Remember, Red, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. But that's just my opinion. I've been wrong before. We want to know what you think, so take a little time, go down in the comments, let me know how March Madness is going for y'all and how you think about it, what you think about it, I should say, and how you think maybe it can be improved. And feel free, of course, to always weigh in with your March Madness picks as we get further into the brackets. Have a great week.